So today we're gonna break down another classic hip hop step. I utilize this one quite frequently, so I wanna share it with you guys. Let's just go ahead and hop right into it. So the step that we're gonna be breaking down today is called the ROBOCOP. This one is really easy, and just like most of these step breakdowns, this move really only consists of two main positions. And once you have that base, the step really just becomes about how you stylize it and how you incorporate the step into your dance. So let's just go ahead and hop right into it. We're gonna start by breaking down the pattern of the legs. Our legs are gonna follow this turned in and turned out pattern throughout the entirety of the step. For this step, I do try to think about rotating on the center of my foot. So as opposed to rotating on the heel of my foot or on the toe of my foot to turn in and out, I try to think about rotating from the center of my foot. I'm sure that different people do it in different ways, so you can experiment with what works best for you. Today, I'm gonna be doing this by rotating from the center of my foot, but you can choose to do whatever works best for you. So the basic pattern that we're gonna find with our legs starts from a turned in position, both knees coming towards each other and both toes coming towards each other. Boom. We could think about this as position one. And then from here, position two is just the inverse of this position, turning our knees and our toes away from each other. Two. Now at the same time, we're gonna be finding an alternating lean with our upper body as we move to a turned out position. So when we start, we're turned in and our upper body is centered. From here, if we're going to the right first, we're gonna open to a turned out position and lean our upper body slightly to the right. Lean. Then from here, to move to the other side, we simply go back to a turned in position and then lean to the opposite side as we move to a turned out position. So the pattern will look like this: 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 and 2. To start the step, we're gonna begin on the and before the 1. We're starting turned in on that and so that we can be super strong on our 1. Let's try all of that together. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So that breaks down the lower body and also our core. Now let's talk about our arms. So our arms are gonna follow the same pattern throughout the entire step. So for our arms, the first thing that I think we need to find is the positioning. For the ROBOCOP, I like to find a nice open position, almost like you're holding bike handlebars that are really wide, but just finding a nice, strong, flat position. Not too close, but also not too open. We don't wanna like splay our ribs, but we also don't wanna concave them. So just finding a nice neutral ground, nice clean lines. From here, we're gonna think about finding a prep with our arms at the same time that we would find our turned in position right before we open on the 1 with our legs. So the timing and the pattern for the arms will look like this. If we're going to the right first, we're gonna find a prep with our right hand going down on the and before the 1. I'm just gonna do the arms. We go 5, 6, 7, 8, and from here, we're gonna lift our right arm up on 1. From here, we're gonna switch to the other side, find a prep on and with our left arm, then lift up on the 2. It'll look like this: 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 and 2. Sometimes I almost think about trying to get my arm under something so it's not just up, down, up, down. It almost has like a scoop quality. Thinking about those ideas, I think will help to stylize the step a little bit, because it can be easy to find this just super flat, monotonous, up, down, with the arms. So we've broken down our body and our legs, and when we've broken down our arms, let's try to incorporate all of those elements together. So on the and before the 1, we're gonna find our turned in position and our prep with our right arm. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, and from here we're gonna lift up on the 1. From here we're gonna find prep on and, then we're gonna lift up on the 2. Prep on and, lift on 3, prep on and, lift on 4. A little bit faster: 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now this step is called the ROBOCOP, so I guess you could say there is a robotic element to it. And so in that, we wanna try to find ways that we can accentuate the step by changing the texture, or however you decide you wanna do this step and however you wanna make it look. Just being clear about that intention and really trying to showcase something, as opposed to just thinking 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, if that makes sense. How can you utilize your head and your eyes and the rest of your body, your shoulders, to just add to the step and to make it look funkier? But really, at the end of the day, that's the basic idea with this step. Now, a classic variation of this step is to find a single, double pattern, and I'll break that down for you guys. I also invite you to just explore your own variations and to just kind of play around with this step. Just bring your own flavor and let it become authentic to you and to your style. So that classic variation will look something like this: 5, 6, 7, 8, and single, double to the right, single, single, double to the left. You can play around with that variation. You can play around with different variations, just whatever feels funky to you and allows you to explore new ideas and positions with this step. Nice and short for you guys today, but there's still a lot that I think you can dive into when it comes to an idea like this. I love this idea of taking more basic foundational ideas, whether that's a concept or a step, really manipulating and kind of picking apart that idea so that you can utilize the foundational concepts within that idea to create something brand new. And so if you're feeling pretty confident with this step or you already know it, I encourage you to maybe take it a step deeper and maybe in addition to continuing to incorporate this step into your practice, try to find new ways that you can not only just do the step, but how you can utilize the foundational ideas within the step, whether it's this idea of turning in and out, or this idea of leaning, or the pattern of the arms, or even just the timing, whatever it is, take one foundational component of this step and utilize that to create something new. We talk a lot on this channel about how our foundational and basic ideas are our base for everything else that we do. Equating yourself with the foundational ideas and then utilizing those ideas to create something new is really one of the core ideas behind all of hip hop. So I encourage you guys to utilize this step as a mode of exploration and to just continue to push yourself and to push your boundaries. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to check out the shed on Instagram. We got lots of fun stuff going on over there. We're just going to go ahead and give this one a shot. I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Peace out.